South Africa is a constitutional republic with a democratic system. The African National Congress, or ANC, has been the dominant party since the end of the apartheid in 1994. However, it faces challenges such as corruption and distrust in institutions. The South African economy is one of the most developed in entire Africa, characterized by its mining, manufacturing, and agricultural sector. However, it faces problems such as high unemployment, inequality, and slow growth. South Africa is ethnically diverse, with a population made up of African, European, and Asian groups. Despite its diversity, social and economic inequality persists, with a marked separation between different classes and races. Some important social features about South Africa is that 79.5% of the population is black people, and it is divided with different ethnic groups. South African culture is rich and varied, with influences from its many ethnic groups. Music, dance, and art are vital to national identity, highlighting genres such as jazz and traditional African music. It is no wonder that South African culture is called the Rainbow Nation or the Nation of Diversity, a fact that is reflected in the 11 official languages that exist in the country. There is no single South African language. Instead, the country has the following official languages, such as English, Afrikaans, Ndebele, Pedi, Swati, Sotho, Songa, Swana, Venda, Xhosa, and Zulu. Main problems of South Africa's foreign trade. The first one is the economic instability, the volatility of the rand affects imports and exports in entire Africa and South Africa. The second one is the poor infrastructure. Problems in transportation and logistics make efficient trade really difficult for the South African people. The third one is uncertain business policies. Changes in regulation can create an unstable business environment. The fourth one is international competition. South Africa faces competitions from emerging markets, and they must improve its competitiveness. And the last one is the corruption and bureaucracy. Administrative obstacles can discourage foreign investment in South Africa. After almost 3 decades of democracy, South Africa is facing several crises. The South African model of society does not work for the majority of population. In terms of income distribution, the country has a Gini coefficient of 0.7, making it one of the countries with the greatest inequality. The distribution of wealth is even more unbalanced and has a Gini index of 0.95. It is estimated that a half of total wealth is in the hands of the richest percentage of the population. The richest 10% own at least 90 to 95% of the wealth. South Africa main exports and some facts about it. So the main exports of South Africa are gold, platinum, coal briquettes, cars, diamonds, and they have also main export destinations like China, United States, Germany, India, Japan. And the main imports also are machinery and transport equipment. And in 2022, the total value of exports was $147 billion, and the total value of imports was $111 million. The ranking of imports with respect to the GDP is 98 out of 193 countries. SDGs in South Africa with the greatest impact for me. So the first one is the SDG 1, that is the end of poverty, social and unemployment programs to reduce extreme poverty are being really important in the last years in South Africa. The second one is the SDG 4, that is quality education. Initiatives to improve access and quality education are beginning in South Africa as well. The third one is SDG 8, that is decent work and economic growth. So they are creating some projects to promote unemployment and inclusive growth in the entire South Africa. The fourth one is the SDG 10, that is reducing inequalities. So they are also creating policies to address the economic and social inequality. And the last one for me is the SDG 13, that is climate action. They are creating strategies to mitigate climate change and promote the sustainability in the entire Africa as well. In conclusion, South Africa faces significant challenges in meeting the SDGs, so especially in terms of inequality and poverty. Although policies and programs have been implemented in various areas, but in the lack of adequate infrastructure, political and economic instability, and also a high levels of corruption hinder progress. However, there are advances in education and economic growth that offer hope. So, in summary, South Africa is working towards the SDGs, but there is still a really long way to go to meet all of them effectively. And that will be all for today, and thank you so much for your attention.